Guys, I think it's way simpler than it looks like. What makes me profitable? It could be the fact that I have multiple edges from order flow, from the fact that I am a patient human being, that I can take my proper setups and say that if this gets invalidated, I am out of the trade. Maybe because of the fact that my positioning is correct, and because of the fact that I am never having a big initial position into the market when I am wagering to see if my idea is correct. That could be it. But to be honest, I think it's way simpler than it looks like. I think the sole reason for why I am profitable and most people aren't is because I'm taking this seriously. Okay, whenever I'm looking at a trade, I come up with a plan. I am trying to respect it to the T, right? So listen, I know that when there is new data into the market, you can change your idea. I know that everything is overwhelming when, for example, yesterday, right? We literally pumped out of nowhere. Well, obviously we did pump with some reasoning, but we pumped pretty hard. So maybe when we're pumping hard or when we're dropping hard, your plan is getting skewed. Maybe you're thinking that you're double checking your idea. Maybe you are not sure anymore. You're second guessing yourself. And honestly, I think it takes time. I think it takes confidence to understand that once you are having a plan, you should most likely respect it. Maybe it takes you a few years before you are confident in your plans. Maybe it takes you 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Maybe you are moving from system to system, not understanding that the system itself can work as long as you are working every day on the execution, right? So I think that there are a few things that are stopping everybody from becoming profitable, and that is why only a small part of only a small percentage of people actually get to win in the markets consistently. Okay, it takes literally no skill to win in the markets once or twice or win big ones, but it takes a lot of skill to do it consistently over the time, to have a proven system and to have confidence in yourself and in what you're doing. And so I think that people just don't give themselves enough seriousness in this job. I think people take it as a second job, as a let's say easy money, or a secondary money flow hobby. I think for most of the people this is a hobby, right? I think when you're going into this market, when you're going into this job as a trader with the idea that this is a hobby, you will never win and you will never make it consistent enough in order to make sense out of it. And I think honestly it's a waste of time for you. If you are not serious enough about making this your job, your primary, I would say that it should be your primary way of making money. If you are not taking this to the highest level that you can, and if you don't become as granular as you can be, I think you will never make it in this endeavor, hobby. I don't know. I think it's a job. I think it's something that has to, it needs a lot of your patience. It needs a lot of your effort. I think if you're not putting as much effort as you can in this, you will not succeed in it. And I think you are losing your time, you are wasting your time, and you are better off doing something else. If you are coming to this market with hope, only hope, if you don't have your plans, if you are not respecting your system, if you are over risking, if you are over leveraging, if you're over positioning, and if you're doing this consistently over time, this tells me that you are not taking this serious enough. And I think you are wasting your time, you are wasting your money. You could probably end up doing something way better with the money that you are wasting on trading. And yeah, I just think that everybody is looking for the fast outcome. Everybody, whenever they're trading, is looking at it like, imagine this: you want to make a lot of money out of this market, you want to have gains, you have to have constant money flow from this market, but you're not taking it you're not taking it serious enough. You're not putting in enough effort, or your effort is in listening to random people on YouTube, maybe even to myself. Like, who am I to give you anything to work with? I'm just a guy that is trying to make it in trading, just like you are. Obviously, I have some good results. Okay, but it shouldn't really mean much to you. Maybe even my rent doesn't really matter to you. Maybe it shouldn't matter to you. Maybe this amount of time that you would spend listening to my video, it would be better off just refining your strategy. Maybe it would be better just of staying around your own self and understanding where you're going wrong, because this is the actual hard work. It's not about the charts. Nobody cares about this chart. Like, look at this chart. You think that if this chart goes to 71.5 and if the order flow aligns, so there are a lot of shorts into the market, and open interest increasing, and I take a long, it means anything? It can just go back down and it doesn't matter. But the point is, where is your risk? What are you telling to yourself if you're losing this trade? What does it mean if you're losing 4 trades in a row? Like, imagine this. People are losing 3, 4, 5 trades in a row. Be them good or bad, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's very good trades and you're losing them, and then they want to make it all back. They want to get out of the drawdown, or maybe whatever in your evaluation, or maybe your personal account, in one trade. Like, this is extremely stupid. You have to give yourself time. You have to understand that this takes time. You have to understand that if you're only going to trade for the sole reasoning of making money, obviously this is what this is what the market is. But this is not about money here. This is about having a process. This is about listening to your system, to your process, just believing in your system that you can actually make it work, right? It's about the fact that you have to get better at executing trades day in and day out. You have to be there to execute trades, to do your best at managing your risk, to be the best at maybe keeping your trades for longer amount of time. I see a lot of people just going into the market, scalping for $500 moves, and then being happy about some random win that they got from a $500 move on Bitcoin. That's extremely stupid. That makes absolutely no sense. The same win that you're taking from moving 500 in your profit, in your favor, on your, like, let's say you take a long, it goes 500 up. Oh, good job, bro. But maybe next time when you put you have the next 3 trades, that 500 goes against you, and so then, like, you can't really make it consistent enough. It doesn't really make sense, to me at least, to it doesn't make sense to waste your time in something that doesn't prove to be progressing. And I know this doesn't make sense in trading, because it's very hard to understand how exactly you are progressing in this work, just because of the fact that maybe you are not seeing any progress, any outcomes for 6 months, and then you're literally stacking it up like an iceberg. You're stacking it up so hard that you will have like 3 months that you're literally blowing everything out of the water, and you're making a lot of profits, right? So I think that in order to be profitable, you have to understand that this takes a lot of time, and you have to be your most serious version of yourself, and you have to understand that this is not a hobby, this is not a joke, this is not a leisure thing to do in your off time. This is an actual job. This is an actual it's more than just a job, because you're actually doing more than just a job. You are analyzing, you are executing, you are gauging your risk. This is everything that you're doing, you are doing. Okay, you don't have 2 or 3 other people that are helping you, and this is a hedge fund. You are doing this all by yourself. You have to understand that if you are using your efforts in any other place that doesn't make sense, or takes your mental capacity, or takes your let's say energy, okay, if there are things that are taking up your energy that they shouldn't, and you're giving them too much thought. For example, let's say you're playing too many games, you are going out too much, you are drinking too much, you are like everything adds up to the point that you are not going to be profitable for a long time until you solve everything in your life that doesn't equal better trading. If you want to be good, if you want to be one of the best, okay, one of the best in the market, you have to understand that you have to sacrifice everything that everybody else wants. Okay, this is the truth. You have to put in an enormous amount of efforts. You have to be there every day. You have to actively understand that the only thing that matters in the market is your own mind, the mind that you're getting into the market with, and the way that you are progressing into the profitable trader that you can be. I'm sure that everybody can be profitable. I am sure that everybody can be consistent enough to have a money flow from trading. But I think that not many people are available to go to the extra mile in order to actually become better traders and in order to become actually better human beings, because I think this is all about becoming a better human being. You have to become more patient, you have to trust yourself more, you have to understand where your issues lie at, and you have to tackle them as much as you can in order to become a more centered human being, psychological wise. If there would be anything that I could tell you, it would be that you should not expect any kind of outcomes in the short term, but you should be putting an enormous amount of effort in order to build up, so you can say in the long run that you are actually making it. And I'm completely sure that if you are putting in the effort and you are not thinking about tomorrow and the profits that you're going to make on this trade, you are going to be a great trader, and I think you will be consistently profitable.